You know, we don't have Greek life at Fordham, but this is our fraternity right here. WFUV really is a brotherhood. And I know a lot of you didn't have Bob Ahrens there with you when you were at Fordham, but I want all of you to know he made us know the strength and power and importance of this network and the connection to all of you every single day that we were there. And, you know, I've been fortunate in my life to have a lot of mentors and a lot of people help me. And it's amazing when you look around this room how many people, I can think of a specific example where they've helped me. Whether it's someone like Mike Breen making me feel so comfortable now as part of ESPN's NBA team, or him telling me to say the score before I round out a call with something about the player. I think about Jack Curry when I was 19 years old in the Yankees clubhouse, and no baseball writer would make you feel comfortable, but Jack did. He walked up to me, had conversations with me, made me feel comfortable there. I think about Chris Carino, who taught me actual basketball play-by-play geography. I didn't know what the elbow was, even though I played the game, which is probably why it stopped sophomore year of high school. But I didn't know what the elbow was until I met Chris Carino. Or Michael Kay, who has been a mentor to me since I was 19 years old, literally helping me get jobs, teaching me about this business, and giving me a foundation of confidence that's led me to where I am today. But my first mentor was Bob Ahrens. And first of all, I can honestly say it is a miracle that we have gotten everybody here in this room today on this night. Not because we all have challenging schedules, but because at least 60% of the people in this room have been in the back of a car with Bob driving. And anybody who's done that knows that it is very, very dangerous situation. I don't think I've ever met somebody who is more strict to their mannerisms than Bob Ahrens. Whether it's the sing-songy way he says, no, or, as has been referenced already a couple times this evening, the way on a Saturday morning he would announce breakfast's arrival, we have bagel, as if we are all going to share one circular piece of bread for breakfast that morning without fail. Or when you get done with an edit, done, save, done. That's right, every single time, done, save, done. And that legacy extended far enough that it's still the name of a couple of fantasy football leagues to this day. So thank you for that, Bob. You know, Bob never strays too far from the person he's always presented himself as. And when I think about him taking this job, he took it from his mentor, one of the people who taught him a lot about this business, on the recommendation of Marty Glickman. And he took it to teach us the art of this business. He took it to teach us how to balance friendship with competition. He took it to help us learn how to stay grounded in a field that demands excessive levels of confidence. And Bob was very good at that. If you got you did fine from Bob, it was like graduating magna cum laude from Syracuse. If Bob was ever to put a word like very in front of a word like good, well, then you're Spiro. Otherwise, that doesn't happen. I know there's a lot of pieces of advice I think of from Bob on a daily basis, and there are so many I could go through. But one of my next-level mentors, Michael Kay, has reminded me that once you go beyond 3 minutes, it gets dangerous up here. So it is dangerous now. But one I always think about, and it relaxes me in just the perfect ways, is, Ryan, when shit's live, shit happens. And it's true. If you're going to be on the air and freak out every time something happens that wasn't according to plan, you're not going to last long in this business, whether you're behind the scenes or in front of the microphone. And if you think about that just in its words, it's comforting. And then if you think about it in Bob's cadence, well, it really calms you down. So it's been quite applicable and quite useful throughout the years. But Bob has been an absolutely relentless advocate for his students. As Bob Costas expressed, and Mike Breen did as well, and Chris Carino, and a lot of you who have gotten the harassing emails and voicemails about this evening can attest to, there is no person Bob won't bully or badger for the good of his students. He will hunt you down to be a guest on one-on-one, to show up for a workshop, to donate to the station, or just to take a phone call for one of the kids he believes in so much. You know, we have spent a lot of time trying to be play-by-play broadcasters, or broadcasters in general, or people in the field of broadcasting that would make Marty Glickman proud. And there is no doubt that you have been the mentor and teacher that Marty Glickman envisioned you to be, and you have made him damn proud. There's no question about that, Bob. So, Bob, I got to tell one more little story before we present Bob with this award, because, you know, we were asked for the video to tell our favorite Bob Ahrens story, and the man just says so many interesting things that they really last. I mean, all of our network of friends were constantly quoting Bob. You know, if I say no about something, I say, no, no Bobby, no Lou, no Justin, my friends from FUV, who are still my best friends to this day. So we one day decided that we would tape Bob just on a random broadcast, knowing that he would give us gold if we just had a microphone on him throughout the course of an evening. And he gave us gold enough that it was the soundtrack to my senior year. Anytime we had a party, it was, put on the Bob Ahrens soundtrack, put that on, we need to hear that. And there was so many different gems from it, but I always remember this one, where Bob is flustered, something's going wrong in the broadcast, and he just says, how are we supposed to do shit if we don't know? Huh, guys? How? And shortly after that, and I apologize for the cursing, but really I'm just playing the role of Bob Ahrens, so you have to blame him. Shortly after that, Bobby Coyle, my college roommate, and I, we were doing a Fordham football legacy piece after they won the Patriot League title. And in order to get it on the air for one-on-one, we had to stay up all night, literally all night, on a Friday night to get it done for Saturday. And we were like mixing on the fly, which anybody who's ever done mixing knows that's like not the way it should be done. But I'm looking at Bob, and he had just celebrated, I believe at the time, his 70th birthday. And it is 6:30 in the morning, and this 70-year-old man is still sweating, grunting, guffawing at our work, trying to get this done for us. And I'm like, my gosh, the dedication of this man is truly incredible. And then he turns to us and goes, guys, I need to get some sleep. I'm 70 years old, and I have to be back here in a couple hours. Okay, Bob, go home and get some sleep.